Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. So here we are in Port Charles, where the walls of trust are cracking, alliances are shifting, and at the center sits one of the biggest power players, Carly. She's pulled off one of her boldest moves yet, not against an enemy, but against someone she once considered family. You heard that right. Jason Morgan is part of it. The stone-cold Jason who's rarely taken orders, rarely played games. Yet here he is, stepping into Carly's plan. What's the motive? What's the risk? Let's walk through how it all began. It started when Carly learned that Brennan had betrayed her. The man she once thought was trustworthy is now part of a web of lies. Carly didn't just want revenge. She wanted it served cold. She consulted with Valentine Cassadine, a master manipulator in his own right, and together they devised a strategy. Make Brennan believe Carly's heart now beats entirely for him, and that Jason is surplus to requirements. In essence, make Jason the scapegoat. It's elegant. Carly baits Brennan by pretending to shift loyalty. She arranges a scene, orchestrates tension with Jason in plain view of Brennan. "I'm done putting Jason first," Carly might say. "From now on, it's you, Jack." Brennan, flattered, blinds himself with pride. He believes he's finally cracked Carly's code. Meanwhile, Jason is in on the ruse. But he's also walking a fine line. Because for Jason, this move isn't just about playing Joe Fish in a drama. It's about navigating his loyalties. He knows Carly. He knows Brennan. And he knows what it means to be a friend. So does he wholeheartedly agree? Or is he going along because the alternative is messy? Based on what we know, Jason may very well be cooperating, but perhaps with hesitation. He might think the payoff is worth it. Maybe he trusts Carly's judgment, but others don't. Enter Britt Westbourne. If there was ever a wild card in this game, it's Britt. She has history with Jason. She has feelings, whether she'll admit them or not, for him. And she is very much aware that Carly is always going to come first in Jason's world. Britt knows the terrain. She's never been the queen of this castle. Carly is. So when Britt returns to Port Charles, yes, returns, she walks into a scene already in motion. And chances are, she'll witness something that shifts everything. Picture this. Britt shows up in town and sees Carly in Jason's arms, or at least in a moment of intimate support. Britt realizes that Jason told Carly something she shouldn't have known. Maybe the Jocelyn WSB secret. Maybe something even bigger. Britt pieces together that Jason tipped Carly off, and that he might have done it knowing full well the consequences for her. Her trust in Jason wavers. Her hope for a future with him falters. The fake feud becomes real heartbreak. So where does that leave Brennan? Brennan is playing right into the trap. He thinks Carly's affections have pivoted to him. He thinks Jason is the problem. He brags. He relaxes. He underestimates. That's exactly what Carly and Jason want. By lulling Brennan into complacency, Carly gains the upper hand. She can move against him while he's drunk on ego. And meanwhile, Britt is struggling. She loves Jason. She wants Jason. But she also knows Carly wins. In the moment she sees Carly and Jason together, laughing, conspiring, maybe even hugging, she tastes the bitter reality. She might never be enough. And that realization hits harder when she learns the depth of the plot. Let's dig deeper into their emotional state. Carly isn't just doing this for revenge. She's doing it because she feels betrayed. She trusted Brennan. He lied. So now she's using the tools she knows best. Manipulation, alliances, deception. She's turning what was passive pain into active strategy. And Jason? He's helping, but he's not oblivious. Every move he makes with Carly puts him at odds with Britt, and at risk of losing the one person who might still believe in him. For Britt, this is a crossroads. She can stand back and watch the game play out, or she can assert herself. But if she asserts too strongly, she becomes the next target in Carly's war. If she stays silent, she loses the heart of the man she cares about. Her comeback to Port Charles isn't just physical. It's emotional, psychological. She's stepping into a minefield, and she knows it. Now think about the ripple effects. When Brennan's guard drops, he'll act carelessly. That opens doors for Carly and Jason to strike at secrets he's hiding. That opens doors for Britt to exploit Jason's torn loyalties. That opens doors for alliances to crumble and new ones to form. What looks like a private feud between three people is really a battleground for power in Port Charles. And the tension keeps ratcheting up. In one scenario, Britt catches Carly and Jason sharing a moment. She clicks the pieces together. She asks the questions. Why didn't you tell me? Why is she in your ear? Jason has to answer. Either he lies and Britt exposes him, or he tells the truth and Britt uses it against him. Either way, more fallout. Carly's goal? She wants Brennan out of her head, out of her circle, and beaten at his own game. Jason's role? He's the chess piece who looks like he's on the wrong side, but secretly he's helping. Britt's challenge? Decide if Jason is worth the damage. If standing by him means losing what little she had left of trust. And Brennan? He's the pawn, but pawns sometimes topple kings. As we lean closer to the climax, questions start to multiply. Will Britt confront Jason? Will Jason confess his involvement in the fake feud? Will Carly reveal too much and expose herself to betrayal? Will Brennan figure this out before it's too late? And crucially, will Britt walk away or fight for Jason? One particularly tense moment is when Britt witnesses Carly and Jason's supportive moment. It might be in the Quartermain mansion hallway, an innocent hug, or a somber conversation. But to Britt it screams betrayal. That triggers her realization. Jason is still with Carly, emotionally if not physically. And that might lead her to get revenge of her own, or step back and mourn. For Jason, there's the moral cost. He's doing this for Carly, but he's hurting Britt. He's deceiving Brennan, but with what promise of payoff? And he might lose whatever respect Britt still had. Jason must decide. Has the strategy become the trap? Carly, has he played observing himself? All this, remains calm on the surface. She knows Brennan is acting cocky. She knows Jason is cooperating. She knows Britt is getting nervous. Her quiet confidence is disarming. She doesn't need fireworks. She needs the right move at the right time. And when she makes it, Brennan will wake up in the fallout. Let's shift focus to the emotional interplay. Britt's betrayal isn't about Jason lying. It's about Jason choosing Carly's agenda over hers. That stings. Carly's betrayal isn't about Brennan. It's about breaking his trust so completely he won't even see the dagger coming. Jason's betrayal isn't about anyone. It's about being complicit in something he once fought against. It's about sacrificing his own code for a greater plan. Then, there's the question of motive layers. Carly's revenge isn't just personal. It's symbolic. Brennan represents the arrogance of Port Charles men who think they can control women like Carly. Jason represents the loyalty she feels she's owed. Britt represents the threat of obsolescence. Their fake feud is more than facade. It's a message. And when Britt finally uncovers the truth, the scene might go silent. No screaming, no confrontation. Britt just stops. Jason looks away. Carly nods. Brennan laughs. The silence says more than words. That silent moment might be the beginning of the end for someone's game. But remember, in Port Charles, nothing stays simple. The fake feud could become real. Emotions leak. Alliances shift. On one hand, Carly and Jason could use this moment to cement power. On the other, they risk losing what truly matters: loyalty, love, trust. And Britt? She might become the wild card that turns the board upside down. What happens next could go one of two ways. Option 1. Britt confronts Jason. They reconcile, and together they undermine Carly's plan. Option 2. Britt walks away. Jason stays loyal to Carly, and Brennan becomes the winner by default. Or a dark third. The plan backfires and Carly is exposed. Jason is compromised. Britt suffers and Brennan rises. Through it all, the real question lingers. Is winning worth losing everything you love? Carly's willing to sacrifice someone else's feelings to get hers back. Jason is willing to risk his bond with Britt to protect Carly's agenda. Britt is willing to fight for love, or abandon it altogether. And for Brennan, it's not just a game. It's a trap that looks pretty from the outside but is lined with razor wire. He walks into it thinking he's the victor, and by the time he realizes it, the pieces will already have moved. From the shadows of the Quartermain mansion to the tense corridors of the WS-related secrets, to the dark corners where alliances are forged and broken. This fake feud is more than a soap storyline. It's a strategy for survival and supremacy in Port Charles. It touches power, romance, revenge, and betrayal. So as you watch General Hospital unfold in the coming weeks, keep your eyes on three names: Carly, Jason, Britt. Because the war is one of perception. Carly is betting on half-truths. Jason is betting on loyalty. Britt is betting on more than both. And Brennan? He doesn't even know he's the target. By the time the dust settles in Port Charles, someone will have lost more than pride. Someone will have lost trust. And someone will have lost themselves. Watch for that moment when Britt sees the evidence. Watch for Jason's hesitation. Watch for Carly's smile. And most importantly, watch for the moment Brennan realizes the war was never against Jason, it was against him. In the world of mob bosses, covert loyalties, fractured family ties, and unspoken feelings, this fake feud might prove to be one of the most dangerous games yet. Because in Port Charles, the biggest danger is when you think you're winning. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.